All right, so Mark chapter 12, verse 28. And one of the scribes came, having heard them reasoning together, and perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, which is the first commandment of all? So like all these guys, these big shots, these big intellectual, So here you say, one of the scribes came now. First are the Pharisees and the Herodites, and then the Sadducees come in. Now this guy, a scribe. Get out of my way. I'm a scribe coming in here. Make way. I can get him. He comes a scribe, right? And he wants to ask, well, which is the first commandment of all? All right. These knuckleheads. It's funny. In verse 29, and Jesus answered him, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. I mean, do you think you could pick a more difficult question? You surely would know that. Right? So in verse 30, Jesus is continuing from 29. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. So, there it is. This is the first commandment. So who's saying that? I mean, it's the first commandment. In 29, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel. The Lord our God is one Lord. Right? Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart. I mean, how many times do I say in this channel? All your heart. That's why I'm saying you gotta come out of the world before it's too late. You love the world. You can't love God with all your heart if you love the world with even a fraction of your heart. Because if a fraction of your heart is on the world, then you can't say you love God with all your heart, because you're loving part of your heart's loving the world. And remember, Satan is the god of this world right now. So that's why I say, no, you got to put all your heart on me, you say. Not on, right? That's the first command. It doesn't get any more clear than that. All your heart and soul and mind and strength. If that's not the focus, you're not going to make it. I mean, look around. If you don't think we're in the end times right now, I mean, where have you been? I mean, you better get it straight. In verse 31, and the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. That's it. First, you got to love God with all your heart. And then just as God loved the world, he sent his only begotten son. Right? So now you love your neighbor as yourself. You know, that's his nature, is to love, not hate. So if you do, he said there's no greater commandment than these. So point blank.